Good morning, everybody. Thanks for hopping on. We'll be with you in just a couple minutes. We'll give it a couple minutes for everyone else to join. We'll go ahead and get started. Excuse me, just start choking. 1 second, guys. Let me get a sip of water here. All right, let's go. Happy Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. Adam Peterson here. We have a great Xfinity training for you guys. When I'm in full screen presentation mode, I won't be able to see your comments, but please feel free to stop me at any time and ask questions. And if you have any comments, you can type them into the screen. We have Julia on, and I'm sure she would be happy to help assist on reading any of those questions you guys may have. Audience participation
Absolutely.
helps. Thank you, Julia. Audience participation really helps these things run smoothly. And we might have a couple of giveaways for those who participate. So pay attention. We'll throw some questions out there. We might have some nice prizes for you guys. All right. With that said, I should be sharing my screen. Let me take it to the current beginning slide here. And can you guys see everything okay?
Looking good.
All right, guys. So Xfinity Prepaid Home Internet, everyone on that call, I'm sure you guys have it for the most part. If you don't have it, if you happen to be on this call and you're thinking about signing up, what a easy and awesome product to sell, guys. 45 bucks a month. The customers get unlimited home internet. It's 200 megabits per second speed. And that speed thing, that's a wow factor you should be talking to your customers about. Back in March of this year, the speeds were only 50 megabits per second. And at 50 megabits per second for $45 a month, these kits were selling like crazy. Like our dealers were doing gangbusters with them. Every Boost store has these. Now we've been able to grow distribution where you don't have to sell Boost to sell Xfinity, which is awesome. Creates more opportunities for you guys to make money, more opportunities to get traffic into all your stores. But this product used to only have 50 megabytes of speed back in March 1st. They upped that to 200 megabits per second. So now your customers are getting 200 megabits per second or 4 times faster speeds than what they were getting back in February of this year for that exact same price point. So, kudos to Xfinity for really taking care of their customers, not jacking up the price at all, and just giving them a phenomenal experience for their home internet. 200 megabits per second, you can pretty much do anything you guys are thinking of. You can do streaming, and there's a slide on this later on, but you can do streaming, you can do gaming at the same time, multiple TVs. Everyone's going to be fine. That speed is extremely adequate for anything you guys are going to use in your house. So $45 price point on that is huge. 30 days of unlimited. You can refill on your own terms. If you happen to be out of town on those 30 days, you're not paying for time you're not there, right? When you get back, you can pay your bill again. Your 30 days starts fresh. No credit check required. That's huge. No IDs, no credit check. It's just an address check, right? You're going to check the customer's address, and if it says valid, they're able to have the box. Even if you owed Xfinity, say $2,000, let's say you were a college kid and you were a freshman in college and you racked up this big Xfinity bill, you're like, oh man, I can't pay it. And then you left it there and you say you owe them $700, $800, whatever that case may be, you can still sign up for this Xfinity prepaid home internet without having to pay that balance because this is a prepaid product different from your postpaid. So there is a $15 option. Sometimes I'll see customers come into stores asking for this. Obviously it's a much better value if they'd have the $45 for the full 30 days. But in a pinch, if someone doesn't have enough money and they just want to have internet for the week, you guys do have a $15 7-day refill option for you. But the bread and butter, the all day, every day is going to be your $45 for 30 days of service at your 200 megabit per second speed. There's many ways to pay. Now for you guys, important, you want to drive those customers back in your store to pay your bill. So tell the customer whatever day they buy their phone, 30 days from then is where their next bill is going to be due. They can come in and pay your store. Why do we want you to drive them back into your store? A couple of reasons. Number one, we want them coming back to you guys because we want them to buy any other products you guys may be offering in your store. And on top of that, you don't want these customers paying online because you don't get the residual, right? That 5% residual on payments. You get that residual on payments when those customers are coming in and paying in your store. So whatever you can do to drive that traffic back into your store, that should be your guys' goal each and every month. There's 99.9% network reliability when it comes to Xfinity on these prepaid internet, and it's truly unlimited data. There's no caps. I get that question. Well, when does it throttle? Because a lot of stores, if they have Boost Mobile, for example, Boost eventually throttles. This does not throttle. There's never a cap, never a throttle. Your full speed, 200 megabits per second, all month for $45. I wish they had Xfinity in the town that I live in, because I would definitely have this. I'm way overpaying for junk internet with Frontier. If you guys have them, I'm sorry, you're in the same boat as me. It is not nearly as good as the Xfinity product I wish I had right now. But $45, 200 megabit per second speed, awesome, awesome product, you guys. And you have a competitive advantage here. So why should you guys sell Xfinity? Why is it such a great opportunity for you? Well, if you have Boost Mobile and Xfinity, there's an extra bonus there. If you have Boost and Xfinity, I think I mentioned that every single Boost store that has coverage across the country sells Xfinity. And I said, now we've opened up distribution to other stores that don't just sell Boost. You can still sell it, but you should ask your customers, do you have Boost Mobile? If they do, they're going to get a $5 discount through Boost for customers active on their Boost phone. So they'll save them $5. So that's an awesome opportunity. The customer lifetime value. Customers who get Xfinity Prepaid, they stick, right? It's a little different from a phone. You see the lifetime value on a phone customer. You could have, within 3-4 months in, 25% or more of your customer base is dropping off when it comes to prepaid because there's some crap in their phone. They can switch to another carrier, whatever the case may be. But with Xfinity, your customers are staying usually about 18 months because it's home internet. It's very sticky. People don't want to go without internet in their house. So they're going to make sure they have this Xfinity kit, and they want to make sure they don't get it cut off because then the whole family can't do anything. You think about today, everyone's cutting cords. Everyone's using their TV streaming, like YouTube TV, or using apps. So it's critical these customers have internet. So it's very sticky. So you want to keep driving them into your store every single month to get that 5% every time they pay their bill. It's very convenient. It's going to save your customers money, and again, drives that traffic to your store. If you guys have, important, I don't think this has been talked about enough, but you need to have, or I strongly recommend, you have at least 3 kits in your inventory at all time. Why? At least 3 kits? If you have at least 3 kits in your store, that's what lights the switch to the Xfinity store locator to send customers to you. They obviously don't want to send a customer to a store that doesn't have any kits on hand, so they can see what inventory you guys have. So you have your inventory. Very important that you have your inventory accepted into the system, and we'll go over that here in a couple minutes. But make sure that's in your system so that you're on the store locator. When customers look for prepaid internet, it's going to drive them to your store. But you need 3 kits to do that. So I recommend always try to keep at least 3 kits on hand. And the kits are very cheap, right? They're $30. $30 for a kit. So 5 kits ship in a box. If you're placing an order, I typically recommend order 5 kits at a time because 5 kits will fit in one shipping container. So that way you're only paying for shipping once, right? All right. So now the product in a way sells itself because it's such a great value and it has so much with it. But if you're not pitching to your customers and you're passively trying to sell it, you're not going to have nearly the success than if you are aggressive. You got to be a go-getter. It's the same thing in everything with sales. So if this is a product and maybe you're a store, you're a convenience store that's selling this as well. Well, your convenience store products, they're probably, people are coming in, they're buying them, as is. But you want to talk to these customers. Every customer coming in your store is an opportunity for you guys to get a sale. I don't care what they're buying. They could be buying a candy bar. They could be getting gas. They could be getting some vape. They could be getting, any kind of product. It doesn't matter. They're going to be getting the Boost phone. No matter what they're getting at your store, if these customers are getting a product in your store, have that conversation with them. Hey, how much you paying each month for your home internet? Just curious, right? Like, oh, I'm paying about $95 a month right now. Oh, dang. Well, we have an awesome opportunity for you guys right now. You can get Xfinity Prepaid Home Internet. It's only $45 per month with a 200 megabit speed. Would you like to switch over? We can get you signed up today. It just takes a quick address check, right? Have this conversation. Create enthusiasm with your pitch. I can save you some serious cash money, right? Emphasize the flexibility and control. There's no contracts. You can start whenever you want, end whenever you want. No termination fees. Doesn't matter if you guys have Xfinity money. You're going to be good to go. And when it comes to sales, you always want to overcome objections. If a customer says, no, that's all right, some people will say, okay, and they'll move on and they'll leave it there. The real go-getters, the real people who are driving and making money and crushing, who are getting 60, 70 lines, 70 of these boxes out per month, they're not accepting that first no. They're going to overcome that objection. Oh man, we have this. How much are you paying for your Xfinity home or your home internet currently? $90 a month. We have this awesome program for Xfinity, so only $45 a month. Would you be interested in applying to see if you can get approved? We just got to check your address. There's no real credit check on that. The customer says, no, I think I'm good. You know what? Let's just check it. It's going to take 1 second, and then you'll know for an option maybe in the future, maybe not today, but you're going to know you qualify. So whenever you're ready to save that money, $45 a month saves it. Let's go ahead and just check your address real quick. Okay, they're gonna agree with you. You got to overcome that objection. Ask them what's stopping them from purchasing today. Are they in a long-term contract? If so, what's the monthly cost? Then you could look at how much they're paying to break it versus signing up. Let's say I'm in a contract that costs, let's just throw out there a number, $100 per month, and to break it is going to cost me $200. Well, what are the savings there if they switched? If the customer's paying $100 per month and our product is only $45 per month, that's a $55 savings. So if they have a termination fee of $200, within 4 months, they're going to have that whole termination fee covered, and they're going to be saving money the rest of the year. And what they're going to be saving is going to far outweigh the cost of breaking up that contract. So overcome those objections, keep pushing the product, and pitch to every customer every time. Sales is a numbers game. This is how the most successful people in like mall kiosks operate. Is they take advantage of that traffic. They talk to everyone walking by. They have that conversation with everybody, and they got to pitch the product. I said it sells itself. It does because it's so great. But if you really want it to sell, you have to be the one pushing and making sure these customers are coming in and signing up. Also, you want to give that excellent customer service. Be approachable. Smile. A smile's free. And you never know what a difference a smile can make in somebody's day. Honestly, like people could be having a horrible day. Someone comes in, you give them a nice warm smile. You'll see them kind of react to you. A lot of times you get a smile back. It's just friendly. It's approachable. You're going to create rapport to make those customers want to come back and stick with you. You want to make sure that you're helping them make the best decision for them financially and for the product they're getting too. I mean, it's outstanding. I would definitely put my name behind this product because I truly believe in it. And then follow up. You can check in with your new customers, make sure they're satisfied. Make sure they fully activated that box. If they have any issues or concerns, you can address them, but you can follow up with those customers. Hey, this is Adam over at 123 Main Street. You got your Xfinity kit from us. Just want to give you a courtesy call, check and see how's everything working. Everything good? Perfect. Awesome. Hey, does any of your friends and family might need this as well? I'd love to take care of any of your loved ones, make sure they can save some money also, right? Ask for that referral, throw in your follow-ups. All right, these are expert keys. If you guys are using these, you're going to see your numbers improve. I promise you will. Okay, so the phrase that pays for Xfinity, how do you connect to the internet when you're at home? That's another question you could ask. My question that I phrased in the last slide was, how much are you currently paying for internet? This is another option of an icebreaker question to really discover your customer's needs. How do you connect to the internet when you're at home, right? And say, oh, I have Wi-Fi. With who? How much does it cost, right? And then ask for the sale. It's important you ask for the sale. Do you want to take advantage of getting that free Xfinity Wi-Fi modem today? And that free modem is huge. If you the next slide, I think it's the next slide coming up, you'll see other carriers are charging for these modems. We're giving them to the customers for free. This can be like $100 value you're giving to your customers. You can either tell them, I'll save you $100. I'll give you this kit for free today. You're only paying for your first month of service and the setup fee, $60 out the door, right? Because that is the actual price. But other companies are paying $100 for the modem. Xfinity is giving this to your customers for free. So make sure they know of the deal that they are getting. Make sure your customers know when you sell it, they will need to activate their modem. Download the Xfinity Prepaid app for your customers in your store so they can easily activate the modem if they need troubleshooting or any refills. And again, ask if they have Boost. If they can, use their Boost number when setting up for that $5 discount. Now, this is just a comparison slide. This is what I just mentioned about that cost of the modems. So if you look at like Metro, right? Metro would be a big competitor for us. They have a $99.99 one-time fee for their 5 gig gateway modem. Or if it's on promo, it's still $50, right? Ours is free. Straight Talk, Verizon's $100 for the gateway modem. Xfinity, it's free. Straight Up by Cox, they don't charge either, but their monthly service is more or less just $5 more. And the thing is, you will never be in a market where your customers are going to have Straight Up by Cox and Xfinity Prepaid. Those are kind of one or the other. Xfinity is not in Cox markets, and Cox is not in Xfinity markets. But just showing you that this is the best price, hands down, of any product out there in the market. and you're getting that modem for free, which is a $100 value compared to what our competitors have. And our speeds are amazing. You look at our speed, 200 megabits per second, compared to Straight Talks, which is 200 to 100 megabytes bits per second, so half the speed, and you're paying 100 for the modem, versus Metro, 33 to 100 megabits per second, twice the speed, and it's $10 cheaper per month. So we have the product that customers want. We have the best. You can kind of show them the competitors, show them what's out there, and take advantage of the amazing offer that you guys have and are able to sell. There are support numbers it's important for you guys to have. There is a customer care line and there is a dealer support line. For the customer care line, it's on this slide, the 855-757-7372. This is if they wanted to call in about any kind of assistance paying the bill, but I don't really want them paying the bill through that. I want them coming in my store. But any kind of issues or troubleshooting, they would contact customer care. You guys aren't customer care, which is another nice thing about this product. Now, for you, the dealer, there is a dedicated hotline just to you guys. There's a dealer support line for any concerns like, for example, you can't get into the dealer portal. You need to reset your password. Or there's a customer-related issue that you want to help them out with, some refill assistance or something going on with equipment. If you want to, you can reach out to dealer support for them as well. Anything urgent, you can reach out to your Xfinity sales team or reach out to us at DCI, and we'll help get you pointed in the right direction, do what we can to help resolve the issues for you as well. As far as returns go, the prepaid internet services can be returned at the discretion of each store or dealer. But to be honest with you guys, if the customer has a problem with the kit, I'm not going to have them come back in. I'm going to have them contact Xfinity because Xfinity will send them another kit for free overnight. So if a customer happens to have a problem with the box, they just need to contact customer care, and customer care will ship them over a new box. So there's no real need for them to return that box to you. All right, now let's talk about how to receive the inventory. I talked about you got to have at least 3 kits in stock in order to receive, in order to be on the store locator for Xfinity. So if you have the kits, you've ordered them, and you've got them sitting in your store, but you don't have them in inventory, that's a big opportunity, right? So let's make sure you guys know how to do that. So this is here is red on top. If your guys' Xfinity portal, it's actually going to be purple, but same concept applies here. You're going to go into the Xfinity dealer portal. You're going to click on inventory, and then you're going to click on receive inventory. From there, you're going to enter the serial number on the starter box and just click on confirm. It's very easy. Everything's good there. You click on receive. You're going to get a message that confirms the starter kit is received into inventory and it is ready to sell. So just log in, click on inventory, click on receive inventory, and then put in the serial number or the MAC ID on your box. Confirm it. Good to go. All right. If you get an error message, the device with the serial number isn't in the system. Step 1, enter the serial number, the MAC address, unit ID manually, and click receive. A message will be returned confirming. Steps 2 and 3, wait 24 hours so the device can be added to the system. After 24 hours, the kit will automatically be in inventory and available to sell. It'll be this. It'll be the system. It will be in the system when the kit can be sold without an error message. So it's, in other words, if you have to do an override to get your kits in the system, which is pretty rare, it can take 24 hours. That's kind of the summary there. Oh, I don't want to skip over this. All kits must be received into the dealer portal by the retailer, or it will not be eligible to be sold or commissioned. So guys, really important, you get your inventory from DCI. You can't get your inventory from a buddy or a friend, or else you're not going to qualify to get paid correctly. You need to get your inventory from DCI, get it entered into your system, make sure that you guys are paid and commissioned correctly. Any issues with receiving kits, you can reach out to us at DCI. Any issue with the activations, you can reach out to the Xfinity dealer hotline. I have both of these numbers posted here, and we can send a copy of this deck out to you as well. Just ask your DCI account rep or myself, and we can get you this deck. Now, this is what it's going to look like on your guys' portal. So this is kind of the same thing where your customer comes in, you enter their kit information in, you select the product, Xfinity Prepaid Internet, you select the MAC address on the box, you click on Receive Inventory. So it's the same stuff as we just went over, just kind of with the right coloring and the view that you guys are going to see when you enter the Internet Prepaid Starter Kit, put in the serial number, the CMAC, click on Receive, that easy. Again, click on Inventory, Prepaid Internet Starter Kit, serial number, CMAC, Receive, good to go. Any questions on receiving inventory?
Nothing in chat.
No.
All right. Yep. Hello. Nope. Nope. Do you have a question or no?
Nope.
Okay. All right. We'll keep it riding. So now this is just something, if you have a kit which you need to release out of inventory, you can do that as well. So for some reason, let's say you sold a kit, but it's still shown in your inventory, something got messed up around the way, you can go in there and click on release kit and release a kit out of your inventory as well. I just want to make sure you let you know that is available rather, not something I think you're going to use too much. Okay, let's walk through the activation process. So you guys are going to log into your Xfinity page. It should look just like this. You have your username, your password. You click on login, and this is the easiest demo I can show you guys of how to do an activation. So you log in, and then you do the address check. You run your customer's address here, and I would be doing this really for every customer walking in my store. If I get the customer coming in, hey, can I just check your address real quick? I'm gonna see if you're eligible for our awesome promotion where you can get Xfinity home internet 200 megabits per second speed for only $50 or $45 a month. Can I get your address real quick? And check these. Why? I want to build that habit for you guys. The more address checks you do, the more sales you're gonna get. If we get reported on this too. If I see a store that has no address checks for the month, that tells me the store, you're not asking or you're not pushing. Maybe you're hoping the product customers just come in and say, give me that Xfinity prepaid starter kit, and that'll happen from time to time. But that's not really how we work in sales, right? You need to engage the customers. You need to qualify the customers. So you get in there, you enter the customer's address, you click on check, and you're going to get one of two things pops up. It's going to say, show you the right address to have you validate it, or you're going to get an error saying this there can't have service at this address, right? So you'll know right away if you can sell it to them or if there's an issue. In this case, this address is clear. Select the address from the list below. You're good to go. You hit the next step, and you just enter in the fields as it requests. First name, last name, customer's phone number, customer's email. Make sure you're putting the correct information in here because when they come to make a payment, we need to make sure everything's accurate with their phone number and for email for any special offers. Don't put like 123 at mickeymouse.com. Put the right information in, especially the phone number. It's very critical. Then you would go down to the product, select the Xfinity Prepaid Internet product in the checkbox. So you go down and select that. You would click on continue. And then it's going to confirm. Here's the customer's information you just type in. Is this all right? Yes, it is. Here's the kit information. Is this all right? Yes, it is. Click on the box to confirm the customer's information. Click on submit. Boom, you're done. All right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But do not forget the installation piece here, right? So you've done the sale, but the customer needs to physically do the install. Typically, this is a plug and play solution. There are some scenarios where it's not necessarily plug and play. But when you make that sale, you want to tell that customer, hey, to make things easier for you, go ahead and download the Xfinity Prepaid app on your phone, or you can do this online at xfinityprepaid.com or call customer care. Sometimes customers will need to wait 48 hours before they can fully activate the device. When does this happen? This happens when you're going to get a message that tells you it's going to be 48. It could be up to 48 hours. Usually it's about 24, but it can be up to 48 hours. That's if they need an installer to come out. That's if a technician is required to go out there and physically do the install. That's when they have to do that 48 hours. Now, here's more of an awesome benefit of selling Xfinity Prepaid. If this customer who came in and needed to have their address serviced walked into an Xfinity store and they had Xfinity Postpaid, and they said, oh, I need a installer to come out and do the install. Xfinity Postpaid would say, no problem, we got you, $115 charge for the installer. On prepaid, we say, no charge, we got you, $0 charge for that install. So the customers, if they need an install, since it's prepaid compared to postpaid, they pay nothing out of pocket. Another awesome advantage of Xfinity Prepaid. Again, this is an example, a never connected address. This is a customer who would need that service call. So an address that never was wired for Xfinity or Comcast that can't do the plug and play, you're going to see this error message pop up. Congratulations, Xfinity Prepaid Service is eligible at this address. Wait 24 to 48 hours after your purchase to receive a call from Xfinity Prepaid agent to help with installation of your services. And that's when that Xfinity person will reach out to them and they will schedule that install, which again is free, $100 value for that customer. Some scenarios with the address, Xfinity service is not available at this address at this time. That means that customer most likely is not going to be able to get it. Typically, this is due to a business address. This is another item that pops up. Xfinity prepaid home internet is for residential customers. It is not for business customers. So if you're putting in an address as a business address, you're going to get this list. Another
Looks
question.
like we may have
we have
a
a question here in the chat.
Yes. Go ahead, please.
You may
For
need to.
some reason, we can't. Okay, sorry, but
No, go ahead. We'll go ahead with your question.
I think I can see your screen. So like you're saying, like for some reason, I can only hear you, but I can't see the screen.
You can't see the screen?
No, sir.
Okay, that might be your computer. You can log on. Can everyone else see my screen okay?
Yeah, we can see your
Yes.
presentation. I suggest you log out and log back in to access this presentation.
Okay.
You can also ask your DCI representative for this for a copy of this presentation after the call.
Yep.
All right.
And if you're able to put a note in the chat box, I will put my cell phone number in here. You can shoot me a quick text, and I will
All right.
with your email address, and I'll email you the text myself. That's no worries. We'll knock it out for you. 3181 is my cell. Send me your email for a copy of the. All right. I'm going to mute you there. It sounds like you got some construction going on, but you feel free to unmute if you got another question with anything else that I cover here. All right. And actually, before I go on, let's do our first giveaway. So this goes up to everyone on this call. What is a technique that you guys use to get customers interested in buying Xfinity prepaid home internet? You unmute. The prize is going to be an Xfinity backpack for whoever wants to tell me, how are you selling this? What are some success stories you have for selling Xfinity prepaid home internet in your locations? You might have to unmute or hit *6 to unmute.
Hello, can you hear me?
I got you, Bill.
So I'm in like a beach town, and a lot of the people come here in the summertime. They this isn't for everybody, but it works for me. They don't want to have a contract that they pay 9 months out of the year and only use 3 months. So they get the the prepaid Xfinity and they use it at their summer home, and then when they come back next year, they just reactivate it.
I love that one, Bill. That's really, really good. And to spin off that, right? Think about seasonality, the seasonal workers. So in areas that may not have that, maybe they have a lot of workers come up seasonally. You need internet for a few months, boom, we got you covered. And what's nice for you guys is the comp on this is front loaded so much, right? You're paid up front and with the activation, besides that 5%. So it doesn't matter if they stay 3 months, you're making great profit on that customer. Fantastic. Bill, what's your address? We'll ship you a backpack.
1844 Hooper Avenue, Hooper.
Mm-hmm.
Toms River, New Jersey, 08753. I've also talked to the businesses around just for the employees, not for the customers that go in there. Because some people have apartments or their budgets are tight. And right next door, I have a Latinos multi-services. So
Mm-hmm.
I put a couple of the flyers in there because a lot of Spanish speaking people go in there and they end up paying for everything with cash, and they still use the internet at home. So it's a cheap way, if you don't have an SSN, to get service without having to do credit check and stuff like that.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Getting outside of your four walls, growing your business. That's huge. Great. Great job, Bill. All right. We'll give one more backpack away right now. One more backpack. Who else has the best
Hey,
practice?
that's
Yes.
that's
Thank you.
that's
Thank you,
real,
Bill.
real. That's a real good thing to say about that because a lot of people need social nowadays just to get approved for a lot of things, and the prepaid option is just a great way, especially to a lot of people that don't have a lot of paperwork.
Yep. Yep. Jose, what's your pitch? What do you say to customers who are coming into your store to get them to sell Xfinity?
You mind repeating that one more time?
What is your pitch to customers when they come in to sell Xfinity to them?
So I always ask them the rate of how much they pay per month currently, and I let them know that hey, it would just be a fee per month doesn't increase at all. So they could get really excited when they hear that. And they also love the fact that they get to own their device once they get it right away. So that's the one thing that they love about it, that they don't have to pay for rental fees for the boxes anymore per month. And they just fall in love with that right away, honestly, when I let them know about that. A lot of people right now pay over $50 no matter where they go. So knowing that they just pay $45 a month is great. It's just real great to them. Some people do tell me, "Hey, I have the student version of it, like I pay less," and I ask them, "How good is your internet though? Is it fast?" They say it's slow. So I have converted a lot of them to the regular prepaid version, and they actually love it. They love it because it just gets more range all over the house.
Jose, that was awesome. I really liked a couple things that you just talked about. One, overcoming that objection of low price point. So I hear that too. Oh, customers around me, they all get they get the ACP internet, they get this cheap internet or free internet, or $15, whatever they're paying. Ask, how's your experience? How is that for you? Does it suck? Like, is your internet speeds crap? That's why. If you're getting it for free, you might not be getting it. But here you're getting 200 megabits per second. That's worth paying for. If you're getting free internet, but I can't watch my shows streaming, what's the point of me having the internet, right? It needs to work.
And you know what, Adam, I also like that free broadband also sales point too. This is a big one for us. A lot of the retailers, take things for granted, and they forget to remind customers about this too, because on the postpaid side, most of the companies charge $15 to $21 per month just for leasing that modem. So that is something that we should always lead with and always remind customers, hey, you're getting a free broadband today. All you have to pay is your first month on activation.
That was the other point I really like too, Robert. Is Jose, you're telling them this is yours to keep, right? That's a great point. I'm going to use that in my training, throw it in there, because that's something I don't talk about. But you're 100% correct. This is yours to keep. We're giving it to you free. You don't ever have to return it. You don't have to worry about anything. It's month to month. It's yours. You keep it. It's $100 value. We're going to give it to you for free. So great job, Jose. What's your address for? We'll ship you a backpack as well.
Okay, it is 12844 New Hampshire Avenue, Silver Spring, Maryland, 20904.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, guys.
And I let them know that there's no contracts.
Yeah, exactly.
They fall in love with that part, just to let you know.
Yes, the no contract aspects, no contract, no credit check, are definitely huge opportunities for us, for sure.
Okay. And thank you for the backpack, by the way.
Oh, no problem. Thank you. So one last thing, just real quick, and then we'll do one last giveaway. But I just want to show kind of that last step. That you guys have sold it, but the customer needs to do that full activation to make sure you guys are getting paid on everything. There are rare scenarios where the customer sold it, and I don't know what happens to that customer. They take it home and never activate the kit. So pretty weird, but it does happen. So very important you tell your customers the instructions are inside on how to do the activation. But I don't know if you guys have seen those instructions, so I just want to cover with you here. And I do have this in English and Spanish. So again, if you need a copy of the deck, type your email in the comment section. We'll shoot you a copy of this. Or if you happen to be on the phone, just reach out to your DCI account rep and we'll shoot it to you as well. But I just want to show you kind of that activation instruction. It's only a quick minute and a half. So let me get that loaded up for you guys.
Okay, so you bought your Xfinity Prepaid Internet Starter Kit. Great! We'll show you how to connect and activate your Xfinity Prepaid Internet service. First, place your gateway in the most central location of your home. Avoid placing it in cramped spaces or next to anything that may cause interference with the Wi-Fi signal. Screw this cable into your wireless gateway here. Screw the other end into the cable wall outlet.
So that's your plug and play.
Make sure it's finger tight. Now plug the power cord in here, and the other end into an electrical outlet. These lights may blink for up to 5 minutes. Once they stay solid for at least a minute, you're ready to connect to your internet service. If the lights do not stay solid, make sure to try another cable wall outlet. To connect to your internet service using a Wi-Fi enabled device, go to the Wi-Fi settings on your device. Turn on Wi-Fi and choose the network name located on your gateway. Or you can use an Ethernet cable to connect your computer to the gateway. You'll find the network name, sometimes called SSID, and password here. If more than one network name is listed on your gateway, choose either one. Now on your device, enter the password located on your gateway. If it asks for a PIN, hit Connect using the network key instead. Then enter the password.
That was an important step there, right? I want to make sure that you guys heard that. So if the customer doesn't know, or it says connect to their network, and like, oh, I don't see a PIN, what's it talking about? I want to make sure to point this out to you guys. So if you get this and it says ask for a PIN, I don't see any PIN on there, they need to click on that connect using security key instead, and that again is printed right on the modem. Just want to make sure that I call that one out.
Network key instead. Then enter the password. Now open a browser. You'll see this page. If you don't, you can type in the URL manually. Just follow the prompts to get online. All done? These lights should now be solid, and these will start flashing. Congrats, you're online. If you need help, try our support section on xfinityprepaid.com.
All right. Just to come show you guys real quick, the speed, what you can do with 200 gigabit per second speed. Like I said, you can do everything you want. You can do multiple things. You can do Netflix 4K streaming. That's only uses 16 megabits per second. We have 200. So you have that in gaming. That's 10 megabits per second. You're only at 26, right? So that's one person watching TV, one person gaming. So you can do this in 4 or 5 rooms. You're going to be fine. It doesn't matter how much data you use. You could use 200 gigabytes of data. You're going to be fine. Never have a cap. They say the average family uses 800 gigabytes of data per month. And with Xfinity, it is truly unlimited. All right, so we have one more backpack to give away. Let me get back to my screen where I can see all the attendees here. All right, and people. All right,
Adam.
So yeah, go ahead, Bill.
Real quick, last month I was on the call. I wasn't on my computer, and no one could hear me. So I've only done a few of these so far, but I use it at home. My Xfinity contract expired after 2 years, and they jacked the price from 45 to 75. So I canceled, and I had to wait a day, and then I ran my address, and it qualified, and I activated one, paid for it, brought it home, installed it, and it works just like it did with the contract. So anyone who's not using this in their own house needs to, so that when you tell the customer you're using it, you're telling them the truth and you know how good it is. Also, on the activation date, if you make a note on your store computer calendar or your phone or whatever, for 28 days later to call them and remind them that if they don't pay it, it's going to turn off, you can come to the store and pay here. And then you can sell them other accessories or whatever you have in the store. Instead of doing the app, I know there was a woman who said she did not have a Boost store and she didn't know how to get people to come back in. If they don't know how to use the app and set up auto pay, or they want to pay cash, that you call them and you tell them they can come pay in the store. One more thing.
Yeah.
Ask for referrals. When you activate these people and they come back in your store, they tell you that they like it. Ask them to tell their family, tell their friends. The only issue they're going to run into is if they have a 2-year contract for a cancellation fee. Other than that, I ask everyone who comes in the store. I have it set up here. Hold on. Let me show you guys. Camera. All right. Hi, I'm Bill, by the way.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah. So in the, can you see it?
Well, your camera went on, then it went off.
So in the corner here, I have all the kits set up with the sign right over it. And everyone asks about it. And when you walk into the store, this is my front door, the first thing you see is the Xfinity prepaid internet.
Yep. Beautiful. Yeah.
You got to do the marketing. You got to talk to them. This is my first time selling Xfinity prepaid, but I've been working in the phone industry since 2011. My shop's a repair shop. So people don't come in here for service, but I do have it. And the hardest thing to do is to port a phone number over, and that only takes 20, 30 minutes. But if you guys hustle, you'll be able to get it done too.
Awesome.
So, my 2 cents. You don't have to send 2 backpacks. It's all right.
Thanks, Bill. No, that's
Bill,
fantastic.
it was great,
Everything you're
really
saying
great
is,
to meet you. Appreciate that
Yes.
feedback. This is amazing.
Oh,
Thank you so
yeah,
much for
hell
that.
yeah.
yeah, you can host the call next month if you want.
I might be able to. I'll send you my rate in the email.
Okay,
But you know what? A
sounds
great
good.
great suggestion on asking for referrals to your customers, right? This is the amazing one. This is that part where we really need to be maximizing on those opportunities there.
Well, if you guys see my banner here in the background, if you go to Google and type this in, you'll see how many 5-star reviews I have since October. I opened the store, and people just have great things to say, and I'm just honest with people.
That's all
They're
you
like,
gotta do.
I have Verizon Fios. Is it faster than Verizon Fios? I say, no, it's not.
Yeah,
It's not fiber optic. It's coaxial cable, but it's so
right.
easy to hook up. You plug the power in the wall. You take your old coaxial out, and you plug it into the modem.
Yep.
My only thing about the modems is that before they get packaged, they need to be inspected a little bit better. I've had some that have had like crushed USB ports. We don't need to use those for the most part, so that's fine. But one of them did have a little crunchy friend hiding in there. He expired, but he was still in there.
No.
So if you open the box in your store, do it so they can't see the unit right away, so you can inspect it in front of them. And just do it like to the side. So if there is anything in there, you could remove it yourself.
Yeah.
But I haven't had any live ones. They've just, they've been expired.
Yeah, and you could RMA those. So if you guys do get one that has damaged ports, you can RMA those, send them back, and we'll get you a new one. That's different than the customer calling Xfinity and send them one. Yeah, if it's right out the box like that, you could RMA that and send it back to us. Okay, so I got one more backpack to give away. I'm just gonna call on somebody. Let's call on Nelka Mercado. Give me one takeaway that you are going to implement that you learned from this call.
Good afternoon. So one implement, I will definitely utilize more of the no contract. That's something that I haven't previously said. More so, I pitch it to people who come in with B5G experiences, such as slow data or connectivity issues. And I do use that as my pitch. And I tell them, well, you have Wi-Fi calling on. Your phone needs to be software up to date. If you don't have internet at home, then your phone is more subject to have more connectivity issues. So let me check and see if you qualify for that today. Let's get you situated. That way your Wi-Fi calling works and you have access to full B5G. But no, definitely contract is something that I'll utilize in the future.
Awesome. What's your address, Naka?
1647 South Cicero Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60804.
That's right. Chicago Ave.
All right. Well, I got all the winners.
Represent, Nelly. Represent. Let them know how many activations you did last month.
Oh, Nelka's Nelly? Oh, I know Nelly. Hey, what's up, Nelly?
Yes. Hi, Adam.
Hello.
Hey, Nelly. How many activations did Cicero do last month? 83, 86?
For the Thursday Rewind one, or just in total for the whole month? Because it was
just
like
total for
the whole month. Yeah, it was 83.
Okay,
83.
So we got to start doing 83 of these boxes a month. So okay,
so that's a one thing also to highlight too. This is the top retailer in the nation, right? With this many boxes on this 1 month. But this is not just one particular month. There are on a consistent basis doing that many sales. So for those of you guys that have not got there yet with the number of sales, just remember there's so much opportunities there for you. So if one store can get to that number, I am positive that you guys can do it too.
You got it. All right, guys.
And I think that's a good thing to point out, too. This is one of our top stores for this product, and they're still on the training call. Never stop learning.
Love that, Julia. Yep.
Thank you for that, Julia. Right. Chicago Avenue as a whole is always learning.
Yep, I can hear you. Yep.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. My name is My name is Mohammed Khalid, and I'm also one of the dealers. I had a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sir. So here, when we check the address for the customers, and
Yep.
if an address has already subscribed devices for the Xfinity, how can we just make that address available again?
Well, every box can have one per household. So are you talking about they have it and they've canceled it?
Yeah, I had a customer, he gave me his address yesterday, and when I checked the address, so here he was saying available devices 0, subscribed devices 1.
Yeah.
So
So that
that
means someone
means
in
somebody else has already activated the Xfinity account on this address, and then, maybe they never paid their phone bill, but this guy just entered into the, apartment. He just moved in, and now he wanted to get the
Yeah,
internet.
so
So how
Mohammed,
can we make the
that's an
address
easy
available?
one. That's super easy. All you have to do is contact your Xfinity rep, and that Xfinity rep will be
Mhm.
able to clear that address for you within basically 10 minutes. Do you know who your Comcast rep is for your store?
Yeah, his name is Anthony.
Okay, yeah. So, basically, you just call him, and then you let him know that you came across this address, and then he can take care of that for you within like 10 minutes.
Okay. So I
Yeah,
have to contact the
Mohammed,
direct
Mohammed, this is
Xfinity rep,
Anthony.
or I can contact the DCI too. Okay, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, shoot me a text with the address on the side, and I'll take a look at it. Usually, if it says
Okay.
1-0, that means that there either is already prepaid or we just have to clear out prepaid. So I'll take a look at it and let you know. But
Yeah,
exactly
it's already
what Robert
prepared
said. Just reach
because
out to me.
I'm familiar with that address. I know a customer activated this address like a few months ago, and he used to come every month to pay the bill. And now that, because that was also my customer who was in that apartment before, so I know that customer moved somewhere else, and luckily another one of my customers, he moved into the same address. So I know this address has the Xfinity subscribed prepaid device already. So I'll
Okay,
contact
yeah,
the customer again, and then I'll see if he's interested still. Then I'll contact you, send you the address, and you can just make it available.
correct. Yeah, we may need something. We may need a lease. We may need something else. I'll take a look at it. But yeah, shoot me the address on the side if you want, even before you contact them, and I'll let you know what it looks like.
No problem. Thank you so much, you guys, for your help.
And
all right.
thank you,
And
Anthony,
to
for
Robert's
joining this
point,
call. Appreciate
yeah,
it.
no problem. I was just going to say, and to your point, a lot of
Uh,
those questions, when there's something that you aren't sure about, feel free to reach out to your Xfinity representative because we want to clear up these addresses and get the sales as much as you do.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Hey, Nidal, how are you?
How you doing, Mr. Wagner? Good, good. So I noticed that I can be making a lot of sales, but the biggest thing that actually hold me down every time I notice that address is out of footprint. I'm out here a little bit on the countryside near Ocean City and stuff. Is there anything we can do to not miss these sales?
Well, anywhere Xfinity has coverage, you can sell. So out of footprint would mean maybe an area that just doesn't have any Xfinity coverage, period.
Yeah, I guess because like I literally have more than 20, 30 people every month that they ask for it and they can't get it just because they don't have they're out of footprint.
Gotcha. Yeah, we know we run into that. Like I have some stores that do really well in Champaign, Illinois, so central Illinois, and 10 minutes from Champaign, just north, is another town of Rantoul. It's got like 25,000 people. Works in Champaign, doesn't work in
But it doesn't
Rantoul.
work there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same
So
thing
it
over
sounds like you're in
here.
that same spot. Yep. It's just a coverage issue. There is not a workaround on that one.
But I've been noticing a lot of Xfinity vans moving around. I think maybe they're wiring the areas. Like maybe they're starting to wire the houses over there.
So, you know what, Anthony, do you have any updates on that? How can we better assist this customer?
Yeah, so that's another one. I'd reach out to your Xfinity AE, and they could probably give some insight. So I do know it's not going to be very often. Typically, and I know Adam spoke about it earlier. If there's carrier XYZ or cable company A, there won't be Comcast and vice versa. But there are some build outs that we're doing locally here in Central Jersey. Edison, which had previously been only Optimum, we built a section out. So there is stuff that's happening out there. It's not everywhere. So the typical rule of thumb, I want to get excited if you're out of footprint or there's a town that's out of footprint, but reach out to your Xfinity rep, and they could let you know if there's at least, hey, look, I've heard this is happening, or this may be coming down the road, and they could give you better insight.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Are there any other questions out there? All right. Well, thank you guys. I know we went over, but I think it was very beneficial. The best practices you guys had at the end just were phenomenal. I'm definitely going to incorporate them into some of my future trainings as well. So thank you for your feedback. I love help teaching you guys stuff, and I love when you teach me new things as well. So thank you guys so much for your time. Have a great day. We'll chat with you soon. We'll do these calls every month, so we'll have another one for you in October, but hopefully you crush it in September. And for the Chicago Ave team, looking forward to seeing you guys be #1 again in September. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.